Yes, welcome to my dear friends. Yes, in the previous class, we are discussing about the common base amplifiers, and as we know already, in that common base amplifier, what are the important characteristics of common base amplifier, and what are the applications of your common base amplifier, and what are the drawbacks of your common base amplifier. As I said in the last class, as in your exam point of view, this is having more marks in your exam, maybe 10 to 11 marks on this transistor amplifiers. In that transistor amplifier, they may ask the question for 5 marks, explain the construction working of common base amplifier, or they may ask about explain the construction working of your common collector or your common emitter amplifiers. And in that common base amplifier, as you know already, the most important characteristic of common base amplifier, we are having the, yes, in that whatever the amplifier you are studying, you are giving more importance to the 5 important parameters or 5 important characteristics. One is about voltage gain, next is about current gain and power gain, and what about the input impedance, and what are the output impedance, and finally about what is the relation between input and output. Especially in your common base amplifier, the input output are in the same phase. And also, as we know, in your current voltage gain, AV, that is very more, it may be nearly about 1500. The voltage gain vary more for your common base amplifier, but the current gain AI, that is less than 1. That is less than 1. And as we know about power gain, it may be the nearly about 30 dB. Nearly about 30 dB. And as we know already, for your common base amplifier, they are having the very less impedance and very more output impedance. And finally, about as I said in the last class, you are having the nearly about 30 to 150 range of your input impedance and nearly about 500 kilo ohms of your output impedance. And finally, as I said about you people, the input output in the same phase. If you are applying the positive half cycle, or if you are applying the positive voltage, in the same way the output for positive, the output all increases. If the input increases, the output all decreases. It means the positive going cycle will give the positive, they will give the positive going output, and if the negative going half cycle will give the negative going half cycle. It means in general, if you are increasing the input voltage, the output voltage also increases. If you are decreasing the input voltage, the output voltage also decreases. It means they are in the same phase. And finally, where you are using this common base amplifiers, especially as I said, for your where you want the high frequency amplification, where you want high frequency amplification, and where you want the voltage more, the voltage amplifications. Whenever you want more voltage amplifications, or especially I said about your RF amplifiers or your UF amplifiers or HSF amplifiers, whenever we require high frequency amplifiers, you are using about the common base amplifier. And also, as I said, in your differential amplifiers, it comes in your operational amplifiers. In that differential amplifiers also you are using about the common base amplifier. And also it is also used for the current buffer amplifier. It is also used for the current buffer amplifier. This is about the important applications of your common base amplifier. And what are the drawbacks? What are the limitations of your common base amplifier? The most important thing, the drawback is about your common base amplifier. It acts as attenuator. it not acts as amplifier. Right? Actually, the drawback of your common base amplifier, it acts as an attenuator, not acts as an amplifier. Whatever is given the input, that is not coming to the output. It means the output will be less than the input. The output will be less than the input. Or you can say about another drawback of your common base amplifier is about you are having the less input impedance. You are having the less input impedance. These are about the drawbacks of your common base amplifier. And today we'll go for another most important type of amplifier, that is about the common collector amplifier. Today we'll go for the common collector. It is also called as CC amplifier. It is called CC amplifier. And as you know already, according to the configuration, you have done the classification. It may be which one is common for input or output. You have done the classification. It may be common base, it may be common collector, it may be common emitter. And in the yesterday's class we studied about common base. Now today we will go for the common collector amplifier. Yes, you are studying the types of amplifiers. In that types of amplifier, today going for the common collector amplifier. And their name indicates their meaning. In this common collector amplifier, the collector is common for input as well as output. The collector is common for the input as well as output. And especially for your exam point of view, they may ask the question for 5 marks once again. Explain the construction and working of your common collector amplifiers. How you have studied about the common base amplifier? Today also you go for the construction, then you go for the working, then you go for what are the important characteristics and what are the applications of your common collector amplifiers. Now we will go for the important about the circuit diagram. First you go for the circuit diagram of your common collector amplifier. You will go for the circuit diagram of common collector amplifier. Yes, look here, as we are using an NPN transistor, as we know already, it may be the common base, or it may be the common collector, or it may be the common emitter. In all the 3 cases, we are using about the NPN transistor. And why we are using NPN transistor? As we have studied already, I only said in the beginning classes, because of in that NPN transistor, you are having the electrons of the majority carriers. Electrons of the majority carriers, and also another important thing is about the mobility of electrons will be more than the mobility of the holes. The mobility of electrons will be more than the mobility of holes. Because of these reasons, we prefer the, here it is something but your RE, it is called your RE, the emitter resistance, and here you are measuring the C2, it is called C2, and here you can go for the ground, and here you are measuring the output voltage. That is nothing but you are measuring the output across the, here you are measuring the output, that is nothing but your VE, the output is nothing but VE. Look here, here the important thing is about it is called common collector. Why it is called common collector? Why it is called common collector amplifier? And here, yes, you are applying the, and this is your base, and this is your collector, and now you can apply here an input signal, as we use your capacitor here, connect a capacitor, and here you can use your input signal. You can apply the input signal. Look here, the input signal may be Vi and it is your the input signal. Here we get the output signal. The most important thing in this common collector amplifier, this is your T, this is your V0, this is your nothing but 0, this is nothing but Vi, this is nothing but your T. Look here, the important thing about R1, R2, C1, C2 and about RE, I can get here the result C1, C2. First thing is about, first you draw the knee diagram. They may ask for 5 mark question. First you have to draw the knee diagram and then you have to explain about the construction, how you are constructing the common collector amplifier. Look here, especially this amplifiers of confusion as compared to the common base and common emitter, where it is very easy to understand about the construction and working, but for your common collector, you are having so many confusions. What are the confusions? Because it may be the common base, as we know base is common for input as well output. In the same way for your common emitter, the emitter is common for input as well as output. But here in this common collector amplifier, the important thing is about actually the collector is connected to the VCC. Actually the collector is connected to the VCC. And here, as we know already, we are applying the input to the emitter and collector. Especially the first condition is about whenever the transistor is used as an amplifier, the important thing is about the input should be forward biased, the output should be reverse biased. In this condition, the important thing is about here the base and collector. The base and collector should be forward biased and emitter and collector should be reverse biased. And also important thing, we are applying the input to the base. We are applying input to the base and we will get the output from the emitter. Especially in your common base or in your common collector, we will get the output from the collector. But only in your common collector, we will get the output from the emitter, not from the collector. And important thing is about the first condition about the base and collector sense should be forward biased and emitter and collector should be reverse biased. As you are using the voltage divider rule, the R1, R2, VCC and VCC, RE and VCC. That makes the input as forward bias, output as reverse bias. Also, we want the Q point should be in the mid-lap active region. We want the DC conditions. The DC conditions, or we want the Q point should be in the mid-lap active region. These are all you can satisfy, or by using R1, R2 and VCC, that makes the input as forward bias, and R1, R2 and RE, that makes as the output a reverse bias, and also that makes the Q point in the mid-lap active region. This is about the construction of your common collector amplifier. As we know, as you studied in your common base, the C1 and C2, they are called coupling capacitor. Through the C1 you can give the input signal, and through the C2 will get the output from the C2. It means you can apply the input towards the, by using the C1, the coupling capacitor, and we get the output from the C2, the coupling capacitor. As we know the importance of coupling capacitor. Coupling capacitor means they will couple the signals, they will connect the signals, and also especially the coupling capacitor importance is about it blocks the DC, it allows the AC. It blocks the DC, it allows the AC. And here the important thing is about, you may ask the question, sir, how the connector is common for input as well as output? Or we can say the name indicates common connector. How it is common for the, how the connector is common for input as well as output? Look here, it is also called as the collector AC ground. The collector is also called as AC ground. And why the collector is called AC ground? Because always if you are using the common base or if you are using your common emitter, in that collector you are using one RC. Actually you are using an RC here. This RC is not there here, or you can say the RC will be 0 for your common collector. When if you are going for the common base, common emitter, you are using the RC. And also the important thing, if you are going for common base or common emitter, always will measure the output across the RC, or you can measure the voltage across the RC. But here the important thing, in your common collector amplifier, you will measure the output across RE, not across the RC. RC will be 0. That's why it is called as collector, is also called as AC ground. In your CC amplifier, the collector will be AC ground. And what is the meaning of AC ground? What is the meaning of AC ground? It means the AC ground means it is the ground for only for the A signals, not for the D signals. Don't confuse. The AC ground means it is only effect for the A signals, not effect for the D signals. Or you can say it is ground for the A signals, not for the DC signals. And especially in amplifiers, you are giving importance to the A signals, not for DC signals. You are amplifying the signal, or you are buffering the signal for only for the A signal. You are not giving importance to D signal. And important thing about D signal is only for the biasing. Here also you are giving the VCC. You are applying a DC source, that is only for the biasing purpose. That is only for the biasing purpose. And another way of explanation, if you draw the AC, this is your common collector amplifier. If you draw the equivalent AC equivalent of this, if you draw the AC equivalent diagram, then what happens? Actually, if you draw the AC equivalent diagram of your CC amplifier, in that time what happens? This collector, or you can say about that DC source acts as a short circuit. The DC source, can write here, the DC source acts as a short circuit. It means if for the AC equivalent circuit, your DC source acts as a short circuit, it means for the AC signal it acts as a common. It acts as a ground for AC signals. If you are going for the AC equivalent circuit, then what happens? That DC source that acts as a short circuit. It means in the short circuit, no voltage drop across there. You are not having the AC voltage drop across the short circuit, DC short circuit. In the DC power supply, you are not having any AC voltage drop across there. This is about the importance of why we call as the AC ground. Once again repeat, don't confuse why it is called AC ground. Very simple reason, we are not connecting any RC. RC will be 0. One simple reason. Another reason, nothing but the AC ground, nothing but it is ground for the AC signal, not for the DC signals. For the DC signals, your VCC that acts as a biasing, and for the AC signal, it acts as a short circuit. It acts as a short circuit for the AC signal, because while drawing the AC equivalent circuit, what happens? The DC source that acts as a short circuit, and in that short circuit, nothing but that acts as a ground. And also another important reason is that here you are applying the common signal, as it may be the positive VCC or it may be the ground. That is always we are using the constant voltage. That way, that voltage does not change. That voltage is always constant. That also you can say one type of ground. Ground nothing but 0 voltage. And here also, because of the AC ground, we can consider about the voltage to be 0 across your collector. It means this is about the importance of your what is the meaning of AC ground. Now we will go for the, if you apply the input signal, what is the effect? Here also, how you studied in your common base amplifier, here also you go for the two cases. One is about positive half cycle. What is the effect of the positive half cycle? What is the effect of the positive half cycle, and what is the effect of the negative half cycle? See here, actually we are using the voltage divided biasing. We are using the voltage divided biasing, and as I said already, here the input voltage is about VB. The input voltage will be VB, input voltage, and the output voltage will be VE. The output voltage will be VE, the output voltage. Because as we know already, as I said, you are applying the input to the base and collector section, will measure the output across the emitter and collector section. It means, especially if you apply the positive half cycle, then what happens? Because of the already VB is positive, the input is already positive, that will increase the forward bias. Because of the forward bias increases. Why forward bias increases? Because you are applying the positive half cycle. In that positive half cycle, the VB will be positive. Because the VB will be positive, and because of the VB is positive, then what happens? The forward bias increases. And as we know already, whenever the forward bias increases, then what happens? The input current. What is input current here? The IB. IB is nothing but base current. The IB is nothing but base current is increases. Because of the forward bias, what happens? Because of forward bias, the input current increases. Especially for your common collector amplifier, the input will be base current and output will be emitter current. It means for your positive half cycle, the forward bias increases. Once the forward bias increases, what happens? The input current IB increases, and if the IB increases, what happens? The output current IE also increases. IE also increases, because whenever the input increases, so in the same time the output also increases. And also, if the IE increases, then what happens? IE into RE, IE into RE also increases. I write about IE into RE increases. Or we can say about finally what happens? Finally the output voltage, that is something but VE, output voltage, that is something but VE also increases. Once again repeat, very simple. If you are applying the positive half cycle, what happens? Your VB is positive. Because of VB is positive, because of the input voltage is positive, then what happens? The forward bias increases, and once the forward bias increases, what happens? The input current IB increases, and if the IB increase, what happens? IE also increases, and because you can write the relation, yes, IE is equal to 1 plus beta into IB. By using this equation also you can say about once the IB increases, IE also increases, and if the IE increases, IE into RE, the voltage, the proportion is RE. Because if the IE increases, the emitter current increases, means the voltage of Prakash RE increases, and if the RE increases, nothing but you can say about the output voltage, that is nothing but the VE, that is nothing but the voltage across emitter also increases, or you can say about the output voltage also increases. This is about the importance of your post half cycle. In the same way, you go for negative half cycle. Yes, for negative half cycle, what happens? The VB becomes negative. Or what happens? If you are applying negative half cycle, the VB become negative. It means totally opposite this. You get the forward bias will decrease. The forward bias will decrease. And as you know, the forward bias decreases. Then what happens? Yes, same. The input current IB also decreases. And if the input current decreases, then what happens? The IE, nothing but the emitter current also decreases. And if the emitter current decreases, IE into RE also decreases. Or you can write about VE also decreases. The VE, the output voltage also decreases. It means in the overall, what is the importance of your common collector amplifier? In your common collector amplifier, here the input or output are the same phase. As in your common base amplifier, the input and output are in the same phase. In the same way for your common collector amplifier, the input and output are in the same phase. Because if you apply the positive going cycle, or if your input increases, the output also increases. If the input decreases, the output also decreases. Or the positive going cycle will give the positive going cycle will give the positive going output. The positive going input will give the positive going output, and the negative going input will give the negative going output. It means the input and output are in the same phase. It means if you are increasing the input voltage, the output also increases. If you are decreasing the input voltage, the output also decreases. This is about the importance of your common collector amplifier. Once again repeat, once again see carefully. The important thing here is about the, so many students will confuse about the common collector, how the collector is common for the input as well as output, and why it is called AC ground. Why it is called AC ground? The important thing is about why it is called AC ground, because you are not using any RC resistor, you are not using any resistor in the collector. Or you can say for whenever you are drawing the AC equivalent circuit of your CC amplifier, the important thing about while drawing the AC equivalent circuit, in that time what happens? The DC source acts as a short circuit. The DC source acts as a short circuit, and also as we know, if it is only the AC ground for only for AC signals, not for DC signals, and that VCC, that is why you are using VCC, because the DC signal for only for the biasing purpose. The DC signal or DC voltages for, or you are applying DC source, that is only for the biasing purpose, and you are giving more importance to the, because in amplifier we are increasing the input signal, especially input signal is AC signal. It means in your common collector amplifier, why it is called AC ground? Because you are not connecting any resistor in the collector, and also if you draw the AC equivalent circuit, then your DC source that acts as a short circuit, and also important thing, if whenever your DC source acts as a short circuit, means in the it is nothing but it acts as a ground for the A signals. It acts as a ground for the A signals, or it acts as a common for the signals. It means in overall for your input and output, the collector is common for the input output. That's why it's called as your common collector amplifier. The most important thing about in your common collector is about the you are applying the input to the base and collector, and you are applying input to the base and collector, and you get the output from the emitter and collector. Only the case for your common collector, you are give the output across the emitter. It may be common base or it may be common emitter. Always you will measure the output across the collector, but only for your common collector you will measure the output across the emitter. And as I said about the construction is very simple. As you are using R1, R2 and RE, that makes the input as forward bias, output as reverse bias. Also they makes the Q point in the middle of the active region, and we are applying the input to the emitter and collector, and we will get the output from the collector. You will get the output from the emitter and collector, and C1, C2 that acts as a coupling capacitors that block the DC and that allows the AC signals. And because you are going for the voltage divided biasing, and this VCC only that acts as the input, that will give the, that makes the input a forward bias, and also that makes the output as reverse bias. And how you studied in your common base amplifier, here also consider the two cases. The first case you have to study about what is the effect of positive half cycle and what is the effect of negative half cycle, and consider the positive half cycle. Then you are applying in positive half cycle, what happens? The VP, nothing but the voltage across the base and the collector is positive. That's why what happens? The forward bias increases, and as we know, whenever the forward bias increases, then what happens? The input current nothing but IB, especially for your common collector, the IB increases. Once the IB increases, then what happens? The output current IE also increases, and once the IE increases, then what happens? IE into RE also increases, and finally the output voltage also increases. This is about the positive half cycle, and in the same way go for the negative half cycle. For your negative half cycle, your VB is negative, and also you are applying the negative half cycle. Then the forward bias decreases, and IB nothing but input current decreases, the output current decreases, also IE into RE also decreases, and finally the output voltage also decreases. This is about the importance of your working of your common collector amplifier. The most important thing in that common collector is about the input output are in the same phase. The important thing about, if the input is positive going, output also positive going. If the input is negative going, output is also negative going. Or in another way, if the input is increases, output are increases. If the input decreases, output are decreases. This is about the importance of your common collector amplifier. Now we go for the what are the important characteristics of your common collector amplifier. If you have any doubts, once again you can see here. It is very simple, and now we will go for that. What are the important characteristics of your common collector amplifier? And they may ask the question for 2 marks. What are the important characteristics of your common collector amplifier? The most important thing, as we know already, especially in your common base amplifier, will give the more voltage gain. But the important thing about common collector will give the more current gain. The important thing is about will get the more current gain. Look here for the first important thing about the voltage gain. First important parameter, the voltage gain. The voltage gain is less than 1 or equal to 1 or equal to 1. The most important thing, as you studied in your common base, in common base amplifier you are having the more voltage gain, but here in your common collector the voltage gain is less than 1 or it is nearly equal to 1. The voltage gain is nearly equal to 1 or it is less than 1. Then you go for the current gain. The current gain is high or it is very more. Current gain is very more. And about third parameter, yes, you know already, the power gain. Power gain, that also nearly about 20 dB. And finally we go for the input impedance, the fourth property, input impedance. The input impedance, it is very high, or it is very high, nearly about 500 kilo ohms. 500 kilo ohms. And about output impedance, the output impedance, the output impedance is low. It may be 30 to 150 ohms. And finally about sixth one, the input and output are in the same phase, the output or input are in the same phase. These are the important characteristics or important parameters of your common collector amplifier. The most important thing, the first one is about voltage gain is less than 1 or nearly equal to 1, and you are having the more current gain, and power gain it is about very less, 20 dB, and about input impedance very more and output impedance very less. And as compared to your common base, the two important differences about common base and common collector. The one important thing, in your common base you are having the more voltage gain, but current gain very less. Here total opposite. In your common collector you are having the more current gain but less voltage gain. And also another important thing, in your what is the drawback of your common base amplifier? You are having the very less input impedance, but as in your common collector amplifier you are having the more input impedance. And you may ask the question, yesterday I said about in your common base amplifier, why your input is very less, or you can say about current is very less, but here current is very more, because we will measure the output across the emitter. And as we know, if you consider any transistor, always IE is more than IC, because if you use your common base, common emitter, common collector, always the emitter current is more than because you write about according to the general equation, IE is equal to IB plus IC. It means why you are having the more current gain? Because you will measure the output across the emitter. That's why I am saying one simple reason about current gain is very more, because of the you are measuring output across the emitter. And this is about the important characteristics of your common collector amplifier. And finally you go for the what are the applications where you are using this common collector amplifier. What are the important applications? The one important application, it is used as a buffer amplifier. The most important thing, it is used as a buffer amplifier. Also it is used for the impedance matching. impedance matching. It is also used for the signal isolation. It is also used for the signal isolation, and also it is used for your switching purpose. It is also used for switching purpose, switching circuits. It is also, finally, it is also used for your, it is two-way amplifier. It is also called as two-way amplifier because we can send the signals in two-way. We can send the signals in the two-way. That's what is called as two-way amplifier. It means it is used for the buffer amplifier. As I said, in your common base amplifier, that is called current buffer amplifier. It is called voltage buffer amplifier. Why it is called voltage buffer amplifier? Because here voltage gain is 1. It is voltage gain is 1. It is also another most important thing is about your common collector. It is also called as emitter follower. It is also called as emitter follower. Your CC amplifier, it is also called as most important one more question. Why, or it is two more question. Why the common collector is amplifier is called as emitter follower? Because the most important thing, as we know already, your emitter is nothing but output voltage and input nothing but base voltage. It means in your common collector amplifier, the emitter voltage follows the base voltage. The emitter voltage follows the base voltage, or you can say the output voltage follows the input voltage. The output voltage follows the input voltage, or the output nothing but emitter voltage follows the base voltage. Why it is called the emitter follower? The most important thing about emitter follower, because the output voltage follows the input voltage, or the output voltage nothing but emitter voltage follows the base voltage. That's what is called as most important property of your common collector amplifier. It is called as emitter follower. And finally, especially, what is the use of your emitter follower, or what is the use of your common collector amplifier? For example, this is your source. This may be your source. Or you can write about what is the most important application of your common collector amplifier? If you connect this is your source. This is nothing but your source, and this is nothing but your CC amplifier. CC amplifier, or it is called your yes, it is called your common emitter follower. You are having the load. It means whenever we want maximum power, we can transfer the maximum power from the source to load by using your common collector amplifier or by using your emitter follower. Because of property of impedance matching, because of your common collector, input having the high impedance, input high impedance, and the output is low impedance. Because this property of your common collector, we can transfer the signal, or you can transfer the power from you can transfer the maximum power from source to load. If you connect in between source and load the common collector emitter follower, what you will get? We can transfer the maximum power from the source to the load. We can connect the common collector or your emitter follower in between source and load. What you will get? We can transfer the maximum power from source to load, or you can eliminate, you can reduce the unwanted signal in the input. eta. It means if you use your emitter follower, we can transfer maximum power from the source to the load. This is the also important property of your common collector amplifier. And finally, as in your power amplifiers, you are using this common collector amplifier. No doubt you are having very less power, but still you are using the common collector amplifier because of the most important property, impedance matching. That is something about you are having the high input impedance and you are having the low output impedance. Because of this property is also used in your power amplifiers. The most important application of your common collector amplifier, impedance matching. It is used for the impedance matching. That is because of the you are having a very high input impedance and you are having a very low input impedance. And as I said about, it is also used for the signal isolation. It is also used for your buffer amplifier. It is also used for your in your switching circuits. It is also used for your it is also called a two-way amplifier. It is also called as two-way amplifier. It means we can send the signal in either direction. This is about the importance of your common collector amplifier, and maybe I have covered everything, especially in that common collector amplifier. The most important thing is about you are having the more current gain, and voltage gain is less than 1 or it is equal to the 1, or you can write about, especially if you use this equation, V0 equal to the VB, or you can write Vin minus VBE. Consider the VB is very less as compared to Vn. That's why you can write about V0 equal to V. It means you are having the voltage gain, especially I said about AV equal to V0 by V. And because both are same, you get here 1. Because the output follows the input, that's why it is also called as emitter follower, and also it is having the voltage gain nearly equal to 1 or it is less than 1. These are the important about your common collector amplifier. And in the tomorrow class we go for the another most important thing, as compared to the common base, common collector and common emitter, will give more importance to the common emitter amplifier. And in the tomorrow class we go for the why we are giving more importance to the common emitter amplifier and how it works and what are the important characteristics and what are the important applications of your common emitter amplifier. Yes, thank you.